We are about to find out whether or not we're pregnant. Huh?
It's like loading.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant. Get on with my pregnant.
We are pregnant.
Damn. Are you gonna call your mom, or are you gonna want to tell her in person?
Oh, I'm telling her in person.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Wow. Wow. You just have to.
Wow. Miss Mama is pregnant. It's an amazing feeling. I'm still shook. I can't believe it. I really can't, but such a blessing. I'm here for it.
I'm pregnant. We're pregnant. It was at this moment when we found out.
She can no longer drink.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I can apparently no longer eat. Also, I'm not okay with that. Oh my god.
We're having a baby.
We're having a baby. It's surreal.
It is.
I've never had one of those.
That explains why.
I don't think that explains that. Well, when I started getting to know him, first impressions were, you know, he's shy, he's like me.
Jasmine, when I first met Jasmine, I mean, she's gorgeous, so definitely her beauty was what caught my eye. And I was like, you know what, I want to take this girl out on a date.
And he's just somebody that takes care of others and just wants the best for everybody, not only myself. And that's what I really liked. I really started to love. He's someone that I would like to be like. And he says the same things about me, and I think that's a perfect match.
I was really, I was happy. I was also sad. Again, you know, we had people missing at our wedding. Never would I have imagined that they would not be there with us to celebrate our love. I honestly can't wait until we move into our house, which should be, you know, pretty soon. And then from there, form an actual family, you know, travel the world. Even though I do tell her that I don't want kids, you know, right away. It may happen sooner than what I have planned. Because I do love kids, but I just feel like, you know, I want to travel with her, get to know each other even more, and then form, you know, the beautiful family that I know we'll form. But I'm definitely looking forward to forming that family. And, you know, just looking back at these moments and say, hey, you know, we did it, we're here, and enjoy life with her until we're old.
I want a family, I want kids, and I want a home that's loud and chaotic, and then blissful at night. I wanna be able to just throw in a bunch of laundry for my whole family, for my husband, and sit together in the living room and just enjoy each other and be a home where everybody wants to come to and love each other above anything else.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
I haven't seen you in a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
We're pregnant. this is how it's been. So I don't know, how do you feel? Heavier? No, that's me.
That's you. No, I feel excited. We're halfway there, and
Yeah, at this point.
I feel, yeah, at this point we're halfway there. I feel like it's gone by so fast, so I'm trying to, you know, every moment that I can slow down and just like enjoy the moment of her being pregnant with our first baby. Of course, us enjoying time with each other without, you know, anybody else, because in a short amount of time we'll have a baby here with us, which I'm sure is going to be, you know,
Cute.
it's going to be cute, it's going to be fun, you know, having somebody else with us, because it's just us in our home. And granted,
And you hear crickets because nobody's making noise.
yeah. Or you hear the neighbor's car.
Yeah.
No,
Or just Annalise Keating starting intro.
but yeah, like it's exciting. Granted, we do, you know, visit our family a lot, so a lot of the
Yeah.
time we're not home. But now we're gonna have a reason to stay home and just, you know, enjoy our little family. So yeah, super excited for that. It's gonna be an adjustment for sure. I love sleeping, so
Oh, mama.
so it's gonna be an adjustment for sure. But I'm here for it. You know, it's gonna be worth it. So yeah.
It is gonna be an adjustment. So not only, I mean, of course I'm the one having the baby, right? But it's been an adjustment already. Just sorry, I'm drinking leche and I'm burping. Fuck. So yeah, definitely went through it first trimester. We're in the second trimester right now. This is why we're filming, because the first one you asked me to film, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No, I was
really
just
going through it.
yeah, like I really didn't believe like all the stories of pregnant ladies just feeling all types of ways, like the body just doing its own thing and taking control of like me, period. And I'd be crying like hard, heavy one time, and then the next I'm trying to eat, couldn't eat, and then the next just like barely catching my breath because if I smelled anything I would gag. Granted, I never threw up, but
She didn't. I was the one that threw up.
it was
twice.
just me feeling like sick all the time. And now it's like, where's the food again? But that's good because so far like we've been seeing the doctor and everything's going well. I feel like the days have been flying by, and the more as the days, you know, like go by, the more body changes, the more the baby grows. Just like, I don't know, my perspective changes.
So
No, but just like wanted to talk about that gap of like trying to have a baby.
we just want to be transparent. Because
yeah.
I'm sure a lot of couples, you know, go through this, but not everybody is open about it.
Right.
And it is,
Or even
it's a
just
touchy
think
subject.
that it's like something to talk about.
It's
But
a
yeah,
super
it's touchy.
touchy subject. So I, you know, totally understand others that may not want to be open about it or talk about it.
Or not think it's like probably important at all to mention, you know? But I feel like to us it was. All right, let me drink some leche because I'm about to cry.
So we pretty much had been trying since we got married this past July. We only took one pregnancy test before we found out that we were actually pregnant. Only because, you know, she was late and we thought, oh, you know, maybe we are pregnant. So then we took the pregnancy test and it turned out that we weren't pregnant. I think you took two, right? But it was just like one occasion where
Yeah.
you did those two.
Was that September?
Yeah, probably.
I think in September.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's hard, right? Because you're excited, thinking that it's going to be positive and then it's not. So,
Yeah.
obviously it does hurt. But it's, you know, it's God's timing. Everything happens for a reason. So in December, when we actually took this pregnancy test, I was excited, I was, but you know, I had that in the back of my mind, well, what if we take another one and it's not positive? So it was a different situation though, because that week leading up to us testing, or she, you know, her testing, she was feeling different. Her body was already, you know, changing. Yeah, her boobs.
Like, I love sleeping face down, or even laying down face down. And when I tell you, I couldn't because I just felt like uncomfortable. And I was like, I don't know, that's weird.
And then it was Friday night.
Well, it was Tuesday.
Oh yeah, Tuesday.
No, it was Monday. Remember we went to a Mavs game? Sponsored by, no, I'm kidding. We went to a Mavs game on that week that we found out on that Monday. And I remember I had like a bunch of hot Cheeto puffs when I ate during the day. And so we were at the game and I was like, I need to go tear up a restroom. And I just felt like I was going through it, like my stomach was going through it. And then the next day, I also was going through it again, no?
Yeah.
And then, so on Tuesdays we go to church, and because we go to church closer to Oak Cliff, and we stop by his parents afterwards just to chill or like say hi, and they offered, so we had caldo de pollo, and I think your mom had salsa or something else, something like spicy. And I was like, no. I think I was like, no, I just had agruras. I said I had agruras. Yeah. But I was talking about like the hot Cheeto puffs, like the spiciness, because it tore me up the day before. And I'm like, no, probably I shouldn't have like salsa or anything, because I'm already feeling like my stomach is bad. And it was barely Tuesday. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna be like this all week. Girl, I'm gonna be like this all 9 months. and so I didn't eat it. And his dad was there. His mom was in the kitchen. We were in the kitchen eating, and his dad was on the couch. He was hearing me say, like, no, I have agruras. And he was like, uh-oh.
He was like, agruras.
Sure, I'm sure. And
but
I was like,
we didn't think anything of it.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you should have seen me.
And he had actually told us like not long before then, you know, like, when are you gonna have a baby and stuff like that. And we're over here thinking like, well, we're trying, but you know, it hasn't come about.
Yeah, so it was touchy like that, just leading up to us taking that test. It was touchy because everybody was saying like, when are you gonna have a baby? And like, you don't want to be that person that like loses its cool and lashes out and be like, well, I'm trying and it's not happening, because like that just makes it uncomfortable for everybody. But at points like, yeah, I did feel like that. And mind you, we never went to the doctor or anything to check like, are we good to have a baby? Like, can we have a baby? Because I mean, you know, like it wasn't on the table to begin with, or not to begin with, but like when we got together, you kind of just assume that, you know, like it happens, and it happens when you want it to happen, but that wasn't the case.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so he was like, you're probably pregnant, and at that point I was like, I don't know, like I don't think so. I really had just chile and it tore me up. And so the week went along.
And that Friday,
yeah.
That Friday we went to go cook out over there. My sister, brother-in-law, and my parents were there, so we're grilling or whatever. We're having a good time, and she's just in the couch in the living room, right? And mind you, this is what, 3 days after Tuesday when she was talking about the agruras. So then we're eating, and then I'm like, hey, do you want to eat, babe? She's like, no, not right now, in a little bit. I was like, okay, cool. But in a little bit never happened. Like, she didn't eat that night because she was just like fed up with the smells or whatever. And it was really good. Like, everything was so good.
Yeah.
So then again, my dad's like, yeah, I'm not liking this, you know, like, oh, it was just agruras and now she doesn't want to eat. So,
and I was trying, like I was really trying not to be like, because at one point I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up and eat right now, so that like nobody gets their hopes up, even if I truly don't feel good. But you know, what if that's not it? And when I couldn't even talk to be like, no, I'm okay, because the minute I felt like I would try to talk or open my mouth, I'm like, I kid you not, I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry because I was like, I just, it like the smell was triggering, and like all these thoughts were running through my head, like I should probably eat so they don't think I'm pregnant, because wait, what if I'm not? And you know, like everybody's just gonna think. But like, just because I still was thinking like that's probably not it, I'm just feeling sick, which was weird anyways, because at one point also I thought, okay, well, if I'm not pregnant, then this is even more weird, because why am I this sick over like hot Cheeto like, puffs that I thought I
and
had.
It was really the whole week, because she wasn't eating well or whatever. So then El Cuñado Andy was like, nah, Jazz, you need to take a pregnancy test because you're pregnant, this and that.
Yeah.
And then, so we end up spending the night over at my mom's. Both
yeah.
Us and my sister and brother-in-law, because we were just talking the whole night, drinking or whatever. She wasn't drinking, obviously, but she was just there.
I didn't want anything, like anything.
So then, the next morning, right, we get up and we ate there and then we came?
Coffee?
We had coffee
and
probably
donuts?
there. Yeah, and then we just came home because we just wanted to, you know. I
well,
guess
it was Sunday at that.
It was Saturday because that was a Friday. So I think we had to do something over here. Regardless, the thing was we left kind of early.
Oh my God, that was the day. So my friend was getting engaged. And
That's
so
right.
we were coming back.
That's right.
Because we had a long like tarde ahead of us, because we go to church on Saturdays, and then we had to like rush over to the party where she was gonna get engaged. And so I'm like, okay, like we need to get it going, because it takes forever and I don't want to miss anything and this and that. What else were we doing? Was it just that?
Yeah, and she takes forever to get ready, so
yeah, and I just
that's why I was like, let's go.
And it's because we woke up kind of late, no, at your parents'?
It was maybe like 10. It wasn't too late.
Oh, okay, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
by the time we had coffee and everything, and we headed over here.
Yeah.
We got over here like around noon.
Yeah.
And on the way, we stopped by Walmart. So, because I was like, let's just go ahead and take a pregnancy
test. Yeah, but we didn't tell anybody. I feel like, okay, so we had a talk that night, and like we told his sister how we didn't want, because I mean everybody when I was not eating was like, just take a test, like you're probably pregnant, this and that. And then like we were just real that night with his sister, and I said, I'm like, I just don't want to take a test because like I'm gonna be sad if it's negative again. And so I was like, it's probably not that. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, and if I'm not pregnant, then I'm gonna really be scared, because girl, then what's wrong with me? Like, why was I not eating? But so we came home and we're like, no, we're not gonna take one. We're not gonna take one, because I don't think it's that. But also, like, we had already told her and everybody else, like, they had gone to sleep, so they didn't hear it. But yeah, we come home, and we
told them that we were gonna take it.
We said we were gonna buy one, and we did at Walmart. But then when we got home, we said, no, we're not gonna take it yet.
But we had already taken it.
We had already taken it. And mind you, so let me see. I think I was trying to be like more late with my period to try to take it, because I'm like, well, I was just late. Like, I think it was like 1 week late. At that point, my cycle was probably like a week late. And I was like, okay, maybe if we wait another week and no blood, well, then maybe like it could be a bigger possibility. I was really just trying to make sure it was real without seeing like a negative result. But then I just, on the way over, we both decided to take one because I was still not feeling good. Like I was sick in the car when like that's not even a thing.
We take it and we don't tell anybody. We told my sister and brother-in-law that we decided not to take it yet.
Because as soon as we said, as soon as we said we bought it and stuff, they're like, well, are you pregnant? Yeah. And we were like, no, we didn't take it.
Yeah, and then even like later that week, so this was the, what, 17th at this point?
Yeah, the 17th is the day we found out.
Yeah, so later on during the week, December 17th, yeah. Later on during the week, El Cuñado was chatting in the group chat. He was like, so are y'all gonna take it or whatever? We're like, no, not yet or whatever. And that following Friday was our wedding anniversary, first year wedding anniversary. So I told her, I was like, let's just, you know, grill out here and celebrate our wedding anniversary or whatever, and we'll tell them then. So we invited my sister, brother-in-law, my parents.
His parents, and my tias.
Her tias.
My parents were in Mex.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like they were gonna be here. Like my parents, my grandparents, and yeah, that's why.
Yeah, so we ended up telling them, and
my uncle, he didn't come.
He was invited, but yeah, so it was really, it was a heartwarming experience just to, you know, see everybody. My sister cried. She was like, I knew you were pregnant or whatever, and she was excited. They
pulled up, and we were, I don't know how. I was over here trying to cook stuff. First of all, I don't cook. So girl, why was I trying? Second of all, like the smells were like going crazy. But I don't know, that day I managed to like eat and stuff and be around the food in the kitchen. But even then I was like, ugh. So when they pull up, they're like, how's the baby? Like, you're pregnant, right? So, because they had been out on vacation that whole week.
They were in Florida.
So they came back, and we hadn't seen each other since that one night when I was being all sick. And I was like, oh no, we took it. I think I told him at the stove, like, oh no, we took the test, but I'm not pregnant. Or no. I said I feel way better.
Yeah.
So we didn't take it after all at all. And also your mom also called us. I think it was Wednesday.
It was during the week.
During the week, she's all like, how's your Oscars or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, we were at Target that day. Like, oh, I'm fine. They went away. Mind you, I was like, but we didn't want to like ruin the surprise because we all had already decided we would tell them the day of the anniversary cookout. And so, yeah, they pulled up and she was just like normal because I had already told her, oh, I'm fine. Yeah. And I was in the kitchen, I was fine. I was not fine. Yeah. So his mom didn't come asking anymore, like, oh, how are you? Are you pregnant? But his sister did, and Andy. And they have been trolling Zaylee all their trip. Talking about I was probably pregnant.
Yeah, they were talking about the possibilities of us being pregnant. And she
pulled up like not having it.
Yeah, she was already not having it. And she told them at some point, she was like, can y'all shut up about it?
You're gonna ruin my trip.
You're ruining my trip.
You're ruining my trip.
So it was funny. But so yeah, we invited them over that day, and you know, we told them, and we'll roll the clip here.
Yeah. And then backstory. So we didn't know how to tell them. We didn't plan it that far. We were just like, we're gonna tell them. Like, I don't know, should I just pull out the stick or what, girl? And so, good thing, it was my suegra's birthday, the 28th. This was the 23rd we were telling them. And so Chuy baked the cake and everything. I guess just to like celebrate it all, really. Yeah. I mean, just to have dessert also. But we had the cake and then we had birthday toppers. And so I'm like, you know what? I don't want it to be obvious that like we're about to announce something big and everybody just kind of be like,
on edge because like they knew what was gonna happen. So I'm like, you know what? We can say it's your mom's like celebration with the cake, and I can bring out a bag with the sticks in it, but make it seem like it's her birthday present. And so roll the clip. You just. You wanna cook?
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué dice? Oh my God. Oh my God. Gracias, abuelita. No, ella se lava las manos.
You just. You wanna cook?
¿Qué es eso?
Wait.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué dice?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Gracias, abuelita. No, ella se lava las manos.
We're pregnant.
Yes, we are pregnant.
Unos gemelas.
We're pregnant. Thank you. Thank you.
¡Qué sorpresa! Sí, y yo cuando la miro le digo, ¿qué pasa aquí? ¿Ya ves qué Yo sabía. Yo le presentía como que. Yo como que algo presentía. Yo como que algo presentía.
Ya, desde que fue a la casa que la comida no me cae nada, que la comida no.
Desde ese día dijo Cuco, dice.
Oh yeah, that random day, pero ese día yo de verdad no sabía.
No.
When
We
did
found
y'all
out Saturday.
¿Cuándo estábamos?
Saturday when we got
Next day.
when y'all had texted, I think we
Yeah.
already knew.
El abuelo. ¿Por qué brindamos una coca?
We're sailing. So then after that,
Yeah.
like everybody was like, "Oh, I knew it." And
Or
just
shook.
yeah, right before we sang "Happy Birthday" to my mom, and she opened the present or whatever. Andy was like, what did he say? He said something along the lines of, or he told my sister, "Oh, she's gonna tell us now that she's pregnant or whatever."
Yeah.
And then he asked her, "Are you pregnant, Jess?" or something like
Because
that.
the whole time they're like still trying to be like, "You're pregnant, right?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And they were drinking shots because it was cold that day. That's why. And I was filming the whole birthday situation. Well, we brought out the camera because we were like, we're gonna film her opening her birthday stuff and this and that.
Yeah.
But like it was for the announcement. And so I was over here trying to film, and he's like, you're gonna tell us you're pregnant, this and that. And I'm like, no, give me a shot. Like, I'll take a shot because I'm not pregnant, because I kept saying I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to, like, we wanted to, everybody, you know, like find out with the stick. And so that, at that point, Alma later was like, I really thought you weren't, because you were gonna take the shot. I'm like, girl, I was scared he was gonna give me that shot. I'm like, you better not give me a shot. She needs to open the bag quicker. Because because I was gonna be like, I can't take it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the video you see like everybody's chilling. She's like, my suegra's just opening her present. And then boom, like the stick. So she didn't know what it
She
was.
didn't know what it was, yeah.
Because she didn't have those back in the day. Esos tiempos no había. And she never took one, so like she was like, okay, where's my present at? Not kidding.
Yeah, we'll roll the clip here where she's like confused. She's like, and
then
sets it down like nothing.
Yeah, she sets it down, but thank God we had a onesie in there. So that kind of like gave it more of like a meaning of we're pregnant.
Yeah.
But everybody else, like the stick was like, oh.
Yeah, they're like.
Yeah.
Literally.
Shucks, se me atoró el pastel and everything. And I was like,
yeah.
What's everybody's reaction? Yeah, and so that was nice. Then like if that was the 23rd, then Christmas was the next time we told more family. We told his grandma, and we were at my uncle's house. So the tias were there, our cousins were there, and so everybody also like found out. That was nice. That was on Christmas, so the 25th.
Es una carta de Santa, léala.
Isn't he supposed to be on my level? Merry Christmas, little one.
Enséñaselas.
You've been a very, very good child. You know that?
Va a ser abuela, bisabuelo que es. Ay, qué bueno.
Thank you.
Era la carta que marca el regalo.
Sí.
Congrats. Oh my God, what a blessing.
We told them not to say anything because their parents still didn't know. They were still in Mexico.
So at this point, I still hadn't told my parents, because really, like when we found out that day in the restroom, I was like, okay, I'm gonna call my mom. And you hear me like ask him, are you gonna call your mom?
Yeah.
Because I mean, at that point, I'm like, I just want to tell people, because people are gonna be like, well, why are you sick, or why this, why that? And I was gonna just be like, well, girl, I'm pregnant. Like, what do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
On New Year's, we were at my tia's house, and I told my cousins. Leslie was there. Was Cutie there? No.
She wasn't. No.
No, my uncle was there, but my uncle was there. So they all found out. We were just like giving thanks for the year. And I was like, girl, this is your chance. You can just be like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And so we told them there. Yeah, and we also told them like, don't post it or don't tell nobody yet, because my mom doesn't know. And at that point, I'm like, I don't want to just tell her on the phone if I've been telling everybody in person.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't change my mind. And she didn't come back till, we didn't tell her till, I forget the day, but
I think it was that following week, because so New Year's was
she
over
knew
the
before
weekend.
Los Reyes Magos.
It was that Tuesday, I want to say, because she got here Monday.
Yeah, because we had church and then we went and told
Yeah.
her. The day we found out, it was my friend's engagement party. Well, it was.
We told them,
It was
right?
no, we didn't. No, it was. Oh, so I told them too. This
Oh,
was
that's right, we didn't tell them.
her man's graduated, and he proposed to her that day, that night at the party. She didn't know, of course, so surprise.
I did.
Chu knew. That's the only way
I
we
told
knew.
her.
Yeah, and so that day I was like, oh man, you know, like we wanted a drink and, you know, just celebrate. But like I was being low key because I'm like, que no me van a ofrecer un shot porque no me lo puedo tomar.
And they sure did.
And they did, but
Nobody knows
we
that
all
you didn't.
cheers together, so I guess nobody saw that I didn't take it. And then we didn't post until after my dad knew. And I can't remember the day either.
It was a couple of weeks, I want to say.
Yeah, and at that point, like we kind of wanted to film like this kind of talk, pero I was not feeling
was going
it.
through it.
Yeah, I was really going through it.
I had
Which is crazy.
two really bad days in the first trimester, and I honestly didn't believe it either, that, oh, you know, the guy gets the symptoms too sometimes or whatever. I went through it because I would wake up in the mornings, you know, and instead of going to use the restroom or like straight to the shower, I would wake up gagging and I would have to go to the toilet. But I only threw up twice, so thankfully.
But like out of nothing.
Yeah, and it was just like, you know, it's almost like if you're hungover, that last bit that you throw up, the nasty yellow stuff, yeah. It was that. But I mean, after that, it's been good.
I guess for me it was just like I was saying, I was just sick in the way that like everything smelled, and my normal foods that I would like to eat, I couldn't eat. Like I can't eat rice still, really. I mean, I'll try, but I don't want it, which I love rice. And I didn't want it, eggs. I eat eggs now, but also like I didn't want that.
We haven't had canes since
chicken in general.
Yeah.
I was like,
or Pluckers. We went to Pluckers on our first
after our first doctor's appointment, and it did not hit.
No.
Like everything was just like,
it's been a couple of months.
like se me sentía like slimy. The chicken in general was like slimy, and
yeah,
I don't know, girl. When we called this new doctor, he was like, well, or they were like, I can get you in March 20th, which was literally 17th was a Friday, the 20th was a Monday. And I'm like, you know what, that's fine. Like we can wait a few days to, you know, see the baby for the first time, because that was gonna be my first sonogram. Mind you, this was last month. Mind you, I've been pregnant since December. So it's just been like crazy. I feel like time just flew by and we're just now seeing the baby.
Yeah.
And so I'll let you talk about the experience with this new doctor, because like you were there.
Yeah, I mean, it was really nice. Going in, they greeted us and they were like, are you Jasmine? And she was like, yeah. I mean, like, you know, it's that personable already. Like they don't even know her and already calling her by her first name. Obviously they have a schedule, so I'm sure that's how they knew that she was coming in. But the nurse was the one that took us into the room or whatever, and she was like, hey, is this y'all's first baby? Yes, you know. She was like, oh, you know, congratulations, this and that. And she kind of explained to us what the doctor was going to be doing that day based on how far along she is, or she was. So that was really nice, because obviously we're first time parents. We don't know what to ask.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, you know, this is what's going to happen pretty much in your second trimester, and then closer to your third, this is going to happen. As far as like the sonograms, types of sonograms that they did and whatnot, we didn't expect to have a 3D sonogram.
I don't want one. They look crazy.
She says that they look creepy.
They look mushy. Like, I don't know, it's creepy, but hey, we got one.
Yeah, so we just thought we were gonna get a regular sonogram, and I mean, we heard the baby's heartbeat. Obviously her for the second time, but it was my first time. And it was just really nice.
And saw all the angles.
Yeah.
At this point, it was the anatomy sonogram. So like the doctor was measuring all the little
His
baby,
limbs and all that.
features, everything, his organs, his, I don't know, right? The baby's organs.
Yeah.
And so it was just nice. The doctor was also just very gentle and calming and just like, what is it, like reassuring.
Yeah.
Because like over here it was just like, okay, boom 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 boom, like even with the heartbeat, like hearing that I had in the other clinic, I was just like, oh my god, you know. And then the doctor was like ready with tissues because she knew, I guess, I'd cry at the heartbeat. But like, if she knew that, girl, she knew to like ask me, do you have your husband here? Does he want to hear? So that's like, it was just a whole different experience.
Yeah, it was. So I'm super excited with this doctor because he's literally like 7 minutes away from home.
Literally.
He lives on the other side of the highway. And our delivery hospital is just down the road, maybe like 10 minutes from the house, or if we want to choose the other one, which is like 15, 20, yeah.
Which is fine still.
Yeah, so I mean, everything's really local. So far, we like the experience with this new doctor. He's been doing it for quite some time. He actually did his residency at the hospital that I was born.
We were
down.
born.
Oh, you were born in Parkland? Oh, so yeah, we were born in Parkland. He did his residency there. He's Latino as well. He's an immigrant. He was telling me his story. Like, you know, that's how personable it got. At our first appointment, he told us, you know, how he grew up and all this and that. It was really nice. He's a really humble, you know, person. He's been living here for like 20 plus years. He has kids in college. So it was, it just felt like home, you know? And his staff is really nice as well. He did tell us, if y'all have any questions, here's, you know, my number, even if it's the weekend after hours, if it's an emergency, you know, you'll be able to leave us a message and I'll give you a call or whatever. So that's really reassuring, especially being first-time parents. Our family's nowhere near us. They're like 30 minutes away. So, you know, it's not like, oh, let me call my mom, she's down the road, she can come, you know, and help us or whatever, if anything were to happen. So it's really reassuring. I'm excited to work with this doctor and, you know, have him deliver our baby. So yeah, I mean, it's been a roller coaster for sure. Not only because it's our first baby, but because of the experiences we've had with this pregnancy. So I feel like, I mean, everything is going good so far, even with those downfalls or whatever.
I mean,
God's
it's fine.
timing's perfect.
I feel like it was fine to experience that too, just because, like, you know, not everything's gonna be perfect.
Right.
And it's not that it was the worst thing ever, like worst experience, but like you learn.
Right, and you don't know what you don't know in situations like this. So now we know, you know, for future. I feel like we'll be working with this doctor until, you know, I don't know.
So shit, I'm
Until
40
we're
popping
done.
babies. Yeah, so it's definitely been a change, but I like it.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I know. It's gonna be here sooner than later.
Yeah.
So we're excited,
You wanna
but
share the due date?
I think we'll leave it for the next video.
Ooh, okay.
So
But we
yeah.
could do a bump update.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let me get on this
Mine or
table.
yours first?
Front or back? They're gonna be like, she already looks like that.
But yeah, guys, she's bumping.
Yeah. But
We will see you guys on the next one.